Hey, welcome back. So yeah, I don't really have. I mean, I said it as much as I could in that stupid vlog. I said so much. I talked for 3 hours about drinking, and I guess I should try to have a couple more experiences, and like maybe eventually I'll try to drink around people. It's good. I mean, now that I kind of understand alcohol and a little bit more. Like, okay, wine is like 14%, and 14% means like 2 to 3 drinks, and 2 to 3 drinks means like 400 milliliters or 500 milliliters. So, like, don't go over that, and like, so I don't know, it's crazy that I didn't know this stuff. That's not gonna do anything. What's good against fighting? I think it's Oddish. Let's try Oddish. Yeah, I just want to try to do those things that feel more normal. I think I will. I'll drink both the bottles of wine that I have for videos, and then I'll get like some kind of CBD marijuana or weed or something. I don't know. I'll try that. Or maybe I'll buy shots, rum and coke or something. We'll see. I do it for you and the content. I wonder if I title a video like, "Whoa, I get super drunk," like maybe people will actually watch it. I'll get subscribers from that. And I put a picture of me like, oh, I don't know. I'm not gonna do that. I think I'm gonna name it something kind of clickbaity, but also, I think the name I came up with is gonna be like, I drink alcohol for the first time for science. For science? Question mark? I don't know. Something like that. Do it, Oddish. My boy. Yeah. Oh, I split it. Geodude. I think Oddish is good in this situation. Okay, what am I talking about today? I did the zoom. Ooh. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about the picture of. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. There's this picture that came with the wine bottle, and it was like a bunch of friends drinking wine and being like, "Ooh," and I'm like, "How do I get like that? That's what I want." And then part of me is also like, I hate these people. I don't know. Yay. Shouldn't the world be overrun by oysters? Sherlock Holmes. Anxiety, procrastination. Shoot, I forget if I talked about that. That was an interesting thing. I think I might have talked about it already. Anxiety, procrastination. I think I did during Power Wash. Okay, so we're not going to talk about that. Wow. Ooh. Okay, I mean, we're digging kind of the bottom of the barrel of my notes. I don't know. Should I think about? I don't know. What else did we do this week? I didn't do anything. I signed up for an improv class. I drank on Saturday. That was a big deal. And I did feel. Well, I wouldn't call it a hangover. But yeah, I felt a little bit sick in the morning. Why Nidoran? So let's just go through some old notes. It was so hard to exist before. Remember the mic thing in my last job? So stressful just to walk in. I'm good now. I can't go back. That's scary. So I was going to talk about... I just have to kind of keep reminding myself of how hard it was to exist. And right now I don't feel that way, really. Which is good. Hopefully that doesn't have to do, like, totally with the fact that I'm working from home and I'm not really around people that much. Hopefully if I was around people more, I would be better. But definitely this is good for me. Remember how hard it was to exist before. When I started my last job, like 5 or 6 years ago, I remember there was this thing. I don't think I ever talked about this. It's such a small thing, but it sticks in my head. It's like, bah. To get to my desk is on the second floor. I had to go up some stairs. And as I'm going up the stairs, on the left, there was this, like, kind of a windowed office where the sales manager worked, and his name was Mike. And every morning when I went up the stairs, when I first started working there, I didn't wave at him or anything. And then he said something to me, like, one day where he's like, hey, you know, in the morning it's polite to wave or something. Like, you gotta wave at people or something. He was, yeah. And so I'm like, okay. And then I just remember the stress of that every day. And being like, oh God, I gotta wave at him today. It's so crazy to think about. Like how, because I remember how stressful it was every day to wave to him, because I remember how good I felt when he wasn't there. And it meant that I didn't have to wave. Yeah, I mean, part of that good feeling is like, I don't know. I mean, he was like an older guy, and he was kind of, he had just like a big personality, and obviously we weren't best friends, so, yeah, we didn't, so like, I mean, just seeing that he wasn't there probably made me be like, oh, okay, today I don't have to worry about like talking to him or anything. That's probably part of it too. But every day in the morning, just being stressed about, like, literally anxious and stressed about walking up the stairs and being like, he's there, you gotta go, you have to take your eyeballs and turn and look at his eyeballs and wave at him. Yeah, I'm remembering now how much I hated that. I think now I could do it and I wouldn't hate it as much and just be like, oh, whatever, hey. But yeah, I still had really bad social anxiety, and I'm remembering now, like, okay, that's what social anxiety is. I didn't want him to look at me. I didn't want him to know that I was there. I didn't want to be perceived by people. I didn't want them to see me. 'Cause I just felt out of place, and I just wanted to not be there and disappear. I guess I wish I could just teleport to my desk. I don't think I would feel that way anymore, which is like, hello, you've made progress. Can you, like, that's why I have to keep reminding myself, like, come on, you did a good job there, buddy. You're trying, and that's all you can do. Ooh. Yeah, so that was good. Let's do the other thing. I wrote this note after church one day. because the pastor brought up in one of his sermons that 5 times in the Bible, in the New Testament, Paul says something like, when you meet your brother, greet them with a holy kiss. 5 times. The thing that people always say in Christianity is like, ooh, if they say it more than once, you know it's important. But when my pastor greets me, he doesn't greet me with a holy kiss. And so like what he was saying in the sermon is like what I agree with, but like I don't understand why people don't extrapolate this thought process to other aspects, and they're just like, oh yeah, I don't want to kiss people, that's weird. So like, yes, I mean, so it literally says in the Bible, Paul wants you to greet, so why aren't you kissing everybody when you see them? And in church he was like, oh, what Paul means is like, it's not like culturally acceptable to kiss people when you, it would be weird, right? So like, don't be weird. And I'm like, yes, of course. But why don't you also take that thought process and use it for other things in the Bible? Like, why, if you're such a literalist, then you should be kissing everybody all the time. Right? I mean, 5 times. That's what he said. Like, it only says being gay is bad, like, twice in the Bible, so if you're not greeting people with a holy kiss, you're sinning more than being gay, because if Paul said it 5 times, it must be important, right? That's what they say about, like, the gay thing, is like, oh, if he said it more than once, it must be important, because I think he says it twice. Like, men having sex with men is a sin, or whatever. But I mean, when I pose that kind of rhetorical question, like, well, then why aren't you, like, it says it 5 times, why aren't you kissing everybody? Your response to that, if you're like a literalist and a Christian, just think about how you respond to that question, and then just keep that in mind when other things happen. When other things come up in life and say, like, wait a minute, am I just doing this because it literally says that in the Bible, or is it right for me? Like, if something isn't right for you, and it says it's literally in the Bible, doesn't mean you have to do it. If you want to love somebody, but it says, like, literally in the Bible that it's weird, that's I mean, it's hard, because, like, it's hard to not oversimplify, but just use that thought process. Like, it's culturally acceptable to me to be gay, so, like, it's weird. To my pastor, it's weird to kiss people, and to me, it's weird if you're gay and you're not gay. That's weird. So if you're gay, be gay. Why wouldn't you? To me, that's weird. And to most of the culture. So, to Paul, it was weird to be gay. To me, it's not. To Paul, it was weird to not kiss people. To me, it is, so I don't do it. Why can't we live? Why can't we just live? Why can't we be? That was a good example of just, like, it's kind of frustrating, because then there are other points and where pastors will say, like, no, this is literally how you have to live, because the Bible says these exact words. But, like, okay, why aren't you kissing me right now then? Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye.